How's it going, everyone? I had to talk about this, and I am just ridden with hope, and it may be bleak for Red Dead Redemption 2 to get an upgrade on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S anytime soon, but there are reports going around that an upgrade is going to be happening and a Nintendo Switch 2 port. I don't have to reiterate that Red Dead 2 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Nintendo Switch 2 would be a license to print money. However, Rockstar has a lot of opportunities to print money, and what they do and what ultimately comes to fruition versus what I think would, print them money, sometimes it doesn't go hand in hand. Eventually, it does feel like they get around to everything. They ported Red Dead Redemption 1 to PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch, but they couldn't even offer us 60 frames per second right away. It took them, 15 years to get Red Dead Redemption 1 on PC, and by the time it came out on PC, look, it was a nice PC release, but it did feel like some of the anticipation did fall off, especially at that $50 price point. And how long have we been desperately clamoring for a Red Dead Redemption 2 upgrade? Well, now, another new rumor from GameReactor.eu does note that a Red Dead Redemption 2 upgrade is in the works. When this upgrade will be coming, who knows, but they are saying potentially this year. Sources close to Rockstar indicate that the port is as real as the next-gen update, that being the Nintendo Switch 2 port, and could complete the release schedule for the new console. Earlier this year, in the midst of a flurry of Nintendo Switch 2 leaks just before its official reveal video, publications such as Game Reactor heard the inevitable rumors about the first Nintendo third-party games that would accompany the console. Cyberpunk 2077, Split Fiction, Final Fantasy VII, and Elden Ring, all of them confirmed at the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct presentation in April. But there was one big rumored game that we'd heard of that missed the party, that being Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar kind of plays to their own whim. They don't really showcase games at other publishers' events. They rather, just drop the GTA 6 trailer. It's not like the GTA 6 trailer was going to be a part of a Summer Game Fest. It wasn't a part of a PlayStation State of Play or anything like that. They just do it on their own time. But now it's happening again. Game Reactor has heard from sources close to Rockstar that the acclaimed Wild West open world opus, considered one of the best video games ever, is not only on its way to Nintendo Switch 2, but could be coming to the new console as soon as later this year. The very same has been heard and is corroborated over at Nintendo and from different sources. What's more, RDR2 for Switch 2 wouldn't be coming alone or as a one-off move, but it's possible that it could be coming at the same time or somewhat later as an update to the game for current-gen hardware, one of the so-called next-gen upgrade patches that brings graphics and performance upgrades up to date for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. Look, I recommend Red Dead Redemption 2 all the time on this channel in our PlayStation Store deals videos. However, with the caveat that that game does have performance limitations. When that game initially came out, there were real performance issues with that game. It was just such a technically impressive game, given it was running on PlayStation 4 hardware, that obviously we still appreciated the game. A lot of that has been patched. It runs playable, it runs okay, but if you compare playing that game on a high-end PC to PlayStation 5, it's night and day. And what it could be on PlayStation 5 and even on PS5 Pro if you want to go above and beyond with the upgrades, obviously the handcuffs would really come off. At the very least, a 60 frames per second patch, not even an upgrade, a patch like they did with RDR1 would suffice. I do think in the case of RDR2, it is going to be more so a next-gen upgrade, and you're not going to get it for free. Rockstar doesn't do free upgrades. At the very least, you're paying $10, and what I believe is it'll be like GTA 5, where you'll have a window of time where you can get it a little bit cheaper, but after that window, you're going to be paying a premium if you want Red Dead 2 on PlayStation 5, but people would pay that premium. It would have been great if Red Dead 2 on PlayStation 5 would get some sort of expansion, re-release it, $70. You could literally price it at $70 with an expansion if it's upgraded, physical release, content on disc. I'm obviously, comparing it to Undead Nightmare and how they did that. I just don't think that's going to happen. I think the time for a Red Dead 2 expansion at this stage of the game has kind of passed. Would it do well? Yeah, but it's been 7 years. I just don't think that's going to happen. The article continues, of course, plans can change, especially when we're talking about a turbulent few years in the gaming industry and about Rockstar and Nintendo that are also readjusting their schedules. With the recent delay of GTA 6 to the next fiscal year, there have already been rumors of other titles, recent one of GTA 4 for PS4 and Switch. I highly doubt. That's the one thing I am doubtful of. GTA 4 and Red Dead 2 getting an upgrade in the same year, unless they really want to juice up those financials because GTA 6 is missing this fiscal year and they want to do 2 releases. GTA 4 and Red Dead 2 would definitely juice up those financials, and I think both of them would do incredibly well. It's just looking at the Rockstar release structure. When's the last time they dropped 2 games, even ports and upgrades in the same fiscal year? I guess, you know what? They did do GTA 5 and Red Dead 1 around the same time. GTA 5 on PlayStation 5. Let me pull that up. When did GTA 5 on PlayStation 5 come out? Because that would actually give us a pretty good bit of insight on how Rockstar does their stuff. Yeah, GTA 5 came out of March of 2022. Okay, so that would be the 2021 to 2022 fiscal year, so that was a ways away. Yeah, so that wouldn't fall in line with Red Dead 1 coming out. Red Dead 1 was August of 2023, I want to say it was, on PlayStation 4. Then they dropped it on PC October of 2024. So they usually stagger out their releases, and GTA 4 and Red Dead 2 getting an upgrade would be a little bit out there. I just think this is the one upgrade everybody has been clamoring for. You guys already know how I feel about Red Dead. I prefer Red Dead over Grand Theft Auto, but the reality is the game has its shackles on it right now, given that you're playing the PlayStation 4 version of the game on PlayStation 5. It's just not at that level, and 30 frames per second for a game like that, I do think that's a big issue. The game's gorgeous. Visually, I think whatever. Like, I don't care that much about getting a direct graphics upgrade. If you're gonna charge for it, would like to see it and would like to see them go above and beyond, and that's why I think the upgrade, they are gonna do more than just a 60 FPS patch, because generally speaking, you can't charge for a 60 FPS upgrade. If you're charging for a 60 FPS patch, that'd be insane, but if you do graphical enhancements and everything like that, okay, you can charge for upgrades. Look at Ubisoft when they patched Assassin's Creed Origins, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Those games just got 60 FPS patches. They didn't charge for the 60 FPS patch, and that's Ubisoft. You know, if Ubisoft could, they would charge money for it. So if Rockstar is gonna monetize Red Dead 2 again, I think it's going to be more than just a 60 FPS patch. It's going to be the suite of graphical enhancements as well, which would give a lot of people reason to go back and play Red Dead 2 again. And if you roll out trophies for it, Platinum Trophy for just the single-player campaign, I think people would be all over replaying Red Dead 2. I mean, I go back and I play Red Dead 2. Not every year, but every now and again I will go back. My last playthrough of Red Dead 2 was fall of 2023. So, a while ago, but not that long ago. And if it gets a PS5 upgrade, you kidding me? I'd be, like, I'm not going to say every game I'd be playing at that moment would be getting benched, but that's one that I would do another playthrough of immediately. Like, Red Dead 2 is legitimately one of my favorite video games of all time, and yeah, I would obviously have to play a next-gen upgrade. And how long on this channel have I been clamoring for it, and it just feels like we haven't been getting it. Do I think it's eventually going to happen? Absolutely. Rockstar eventually does everything that people want. It's just, at least within reason, you guys. But it's just, it takes them a while. And beyond Red Dead 2, there are games like GTA Chinatown Wars that I've been saying I'd like to see get ported, and I don't know if Rockstar will ever do that, but Red Dead 2 is just a no-brainer, and you're talking about a game that, and I think the recent number was like 70 million copies or something like that. Red Dead 2 sold 4 million copies since like February of this year, or some crazy stat like that. How insane is that? This game came out 7 years ago, and it's still selling that. Maybe it's like, in the last year it sold 4 million copies, but it's still selling millions and millions of copies. A next-gen upgrade would sell millions and millions more. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.